All right. What's up, people? You are live with Mizz Moodie on blogtalkradio.com. My bad for that extended intro just now. I mean, my scheduled guest, decided to be a no-show. So I'd like to give a big shout out to Luck, sorry, for coming on the line at the absolute last minute. You are a lifesaver right now.
Oh, no problem, no problem.
All right. So originally, I didn't really have a topic scheduled because I was supposed to be interviewing. Yeah, this is straight up off the top of my head. About the 90-day rule. I was actually thinking about doing this as a show in the future, but apparently I'm gonna have to do it now. So, do you think that is an effective system? I guess if you're trying to date somebody, to wait 90 days before y'all, do the thing.
I mean, it all depends on the situation. It's no black or white to anything. I do suggest waiting a little bit, before getting intimate. Because once you start the physical, I think sex kind of plays a role into emotions, and you might not be able to think clearly, especially if it's good, right? I think ladies can agree. Yeah, so for that reason, I think it is important to build a friendship, build some type of relationship outside of sex, just so you can understand what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah,
before it's confused by a good physical attraction,
Yeah, I think a strong physical attraction can definitely be confused for deeper emotions.
Right, definitely. I think we both fall victim to that every once in a while.
Right. I think relationships are becoming a bit too calculating. I feel like people don't really act on their true feelings, so I wouldn't necessarily say put a set time on it. Don't be sitting up there marking off your calendar
right.
90 days. I feel like then that takes away some of the authenticity of it, and then it gets to a point where he's gonna be like, oh, she playing a game. But at the same time, I would say not to rush it either, because definitely, rush. If you're looking to build something substantial, it's like if you I don't want to stereotype all guys, but basically he's after that first, and then he has to get to know you first before he sees you as anything more.
Right.
So
That's
you
true.
want to make sure. Yeah, and then on top of that, it's like when you first meet somebody, you're not really meeting the real them. You're meeting their representative. So I figured definitely take some time, wait until you see that entire person. When you feel like you know them well enough, or when you feel like it's right, then that's when you go. But definitely, unless you're just looking to have fun, I would definitely say don't, if you're just trying to have fun, well, fine, do what you gotta do.
I'm assuming that we're talking about people who want to be in relationships, right?
Yeah, we
definitely should wait. You have to consider that we go through this infatuation phase in the beginning, where you're just your mind is just not where it should be. You're not thinking logically. You're just excited about, meeting this person. And like you said, they're putting up a mask, a representative, their best self, you know what I mean? And then, if you mess around and have sex too early, then you really get to know the person for who they are. And you might not like them, or you might, but you don't want to fall into that trap, and make that mistake before really seeing behind that mask, Getting over that infatuation phase.
Yeah. Actually, I think the person I'm supposed to be interviewing is calling in right now. So let me take them off you. Okay. Is this Montique?
This is Montique. Listen, I'm so sorry for calling in late. I'm in Brazil, having a little bit of trouble with the telephone issue, but I think I got it together. I just want to apologize to everybody who's calling in on late this evening.
No, I just have my friend on the line. We were just talking while, we was waiting for your call.
Hey, how you feeling?
Well, it's good to have somebody else on the line, because now, if you want to ask Montique some questions, Luck, if you want to stay on the line, you're more than welcome. But, okay, your area of expertise is in relationships and fitness, am I correct?
That's correct.
So, could you explain to me what exactly is the connection between fitness and relationships?
Oh, okay. Well, studies show that adults that have an active fitness life, specifically when it comes to cardiovascular exercise, have better relationships and better sex lives. And
are you the
I think.
V-stroke guy?
Say again.
Do you do the V-stroke thing? Is that?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh man, okay. I definitely heard of you. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I saw. Actually, I went to the page and I saw that we had both liked the page. But anyways, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
So I mean, it kind of just makes sense because when you exercise, you increase your blood flow, and when you increase your blood flow, it actually calms your nerves. So whether it be communicative processes or intimate processes, in both cases, having a lower stress rate in your body is going to benefit your relationship.
Okay.
Well, they do say that. I mean, great sex it makes you live longer, allegedly, right? It keeps you young, keeps the blood flowing, keeps you vitality up.
Yes, it does. I believe so. There's a lot of benefits that kind of are separate in differentiation between males and females when it comes to physical activity as it pertains to sensuality. But really, when you boil them all down, it really kind of the similarities between the two are localized in the idea of active and consistent, healthy blood flow. Because when we're inactive, when we have a lot of stress in our lives, and also when we are not necessarily taking care of our bodies as far as fitness and nutrition, the rates of disease rise. It almost skyrockets over a period of time, especially as we get up in age. So being able to have a way that we can exercise, but then also having a way that we can improve the capacity of our exercise and target it toward sensuality and target it toward intimacy, it makes that process beneficial for more than just ourselves. It makes it beneficial for our partners and for our families in general.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so what's the overall goal you're trying to accomplish with your company, Zenity Fitness? Did I say it right?
Yes, it is. That's correct. The overall goal would be to create a lifestyle, be able to say that as individuals, as adults, it's important for us to actively maintenance our sensual process and maintenance our fitness process for the benefit of ourselves and the benefit of our relationships. And my idea is that if the Zenity concept can catch on, we as individuals will see, vast improvements in our relationships and vast improvements in our self-confidence and our perception of our own body image.
Okay, so
I've definitely seen some.
Go ahead.
No, I've definitely seen some videos where you showed different types of strokes that the guy can do. Is there like I kind of think of it as tantric sex in a way, because you're looking at sex, approaching it on a different level. Is there some sort of spirituality in that, or is it strictly physical?
Oh, no, it's definitely a spiritual aspect. We incorporate the Tao, which is a breathing technique that comes out of Egypt and then out of China. It actually increases your blood flow and is able to increase your stamina. And when men and women breathe this way, when they are intimate and also when they exercise, it actually it maintenances and marginalizes their respiratory process, so that what they do actually creates something called a mental memory synapse. So your brain records the movement that you do frequently. That's how we learn how to walk, how we learn how to play sports, etc. And the idea is that with this exercise system, whether it be the men's exercise, which is stroke skills, or the women's exercise, which is so tight fitness, while you're exercising, your body is recording these movements, and these same movements are applicable in an intimate situation. And the real benefit of it is that when you actually use them in an intimate situation, you don't even have to think about it. Your body, because it recorded that mental memory, recorded that muscle memory, it actually just flows. It flows.
Oh, that definitely sounds good. So, okay, just real quick for everybody listening, for anybody who's looking for more information, where would they go to find more information on these fitness programs?
Okay. Everybody that's interested can go to zenityfitness.com. It's spelled ZENITY fitness.com. Whether you have an interest as a male or a female, whether your interest is fitness-based or relationship-based, I really recommend people to take some time and try these exercises out, because it doesn't only strengthen the body and build lean muscle, but it really, really is going to help you build more confidence about your body type. No matter what body type you have, when you see how beneficial you are as an individual and how you can excel and also, really pleasure your partner, it really makes us look at ourselves and say, you know what, I'm really happy for what the Creator gave me.
All right. And that's very important for women, for us to feel comfortable as a sexual being, in sex. They say that for the most part, we are mental, men are physical when it comes to sex. But with women, whether we're pleasured or not, it's more of a mental thing for us. So I think finding exercises to build confidence in that realm, that's awesome. I'm definitely interested in checking it out. Are there couple exercises though?
Well, I haven't necessarily, coupled the exercises together, but in many cases, men and women, couples do take the courses and use them together to great results. One of the greatest testimonials I've gotten is from a young lady who is in a relationship, is married, and has had, consistent issues with, confidence and with herself as far as pleasuring her partner. And her partner seems to have the same. And in undertaking these exercises, they really both discovered that what they weren't doing was simply being able to communicate and express themselves through their bodies. And these exercises give you more of a vocabulary so that you can actually express yourself the way that you want to that special person in your life.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, we have like 4 minutes left. Just for fun, would you like to weigh in on the topic that we were talking about before you called? We were talking about,
Sure, I'd love to.
Okay. We were talking about Steve Harvey's, infamous 90-day rule. Seemed to have, caused a lot of controversy when that book, what was it? Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, first came out. So how do you feel about that rule? Do you feel like that's, especially coming from the male opinion, actually, because we're both, we were repping for the female opinion, but as a guy, do you think that's effective for a girl to hold off for 90 days before deciding to get intimate?
I don't really think that time is not something that the Creator created. It's a man-made creation, So in that, aspect of thinking, I would say that people should gauge the extent that they decide to participate with a partner based upon that partner's demonstration of a true interest in being reciprocal and helpful in your life. If that individual has shown that they have a greater they have a greater stake in your success, and that your success actually enlivens them, it benefits them, it enriches them as people, then by all means, I would say express your feelings however you see fit. I really don't think that that sensuality is anything else other than another form of communication. And, it's just one that we should definitely use to those for and with those who have demonstrated, them being worthy of that type of communicative process.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that was deep. That was very deep. Okay, well, we have about 2 minutes left.
Okay, be a cheerleader. Look for cheerleaders. Look for people that really have a true interest in seeing you excel and succeed and be happy, you know, and have a true interest. I mean, not somebody that leverages it to get something from you or leverages it to extract some type of thing from it that they want, but instead somebody that really wants to see you excel and, you know, reach the heights and goals that you're capable of as a human. If you can find a person that has like a passion for that, I say you go all out, because that's rare and also something that is that is worth that type of attention, in my opinion.
Well, we also spoke about how when we first meet people, you're presenting a representation of yourself, not necessarily your true self. So it's like, how can you tell if their intentions are really true or not? You know, it does take a bit of time, not necessarily 90 days, you know, but it does take a bit of time unless you guys are that spiritually in tune, you know, and you can feel his spirit and all that good stuff, you know. But I think it is kind of hard to really tell in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too, and I think it's really kind of more aligned with the fact that a lot of what we do in relationships is learned behavior. I think that you can like really look at how a person listens to you and the questions that they ask and the comments that they make based upon what you say, and see if they follow up. See if they really if they really, you know, want to see you excel, and see if they really want to, if they do their homework on you and what you're interested in, and come back with something that's real.
Okay.
I think that's
okay. I'm sorry to cut everybody off, but I have like 1 minute left. Just to add to that, and also, I mean, there's always intuition. I mean, people, I'm not going to say it's an exact science, but sometimes it's a good thing to just listen to your gut. But anyways, I'm sorry, I'm running out of time, people. So thank you, Montique, for, you know, even though you were having difficulties, for calling in. Thank you so much. Thank you, Luck, for being on the line at the absolute last minute.
No problem. It was definitely a pleasure. I'm a fan, Montique, for sure.
And thank you, everybody who's listening right now. Next week, I'm having Johnny Go Figure on, and that's about it. Thank everybody for listening, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.